There is a particular group of men that don't listen to advice from others and never let their feelings rule their decisions. Even if they aren't always seen as the good guys, they are recognized for their cool heads under pressure and their ability to keep their composure when others are losing their temper. These guys are Sigma males, and this list of 10 character traits that make these strong men unstoppable will tell you everything you need to know about how to become one. They don't hesitate to convey their feelings. Sigmas experience intense emotions, particularly rage. They accept those feelings and act on them for their own benefit rather than trying to suppress or hide them. They like celebrating other people's achievements and are assured of their place in the world. A Sigma male doesn't care that not everyone will like them for being open and honest about who they are and what they desire. In any case, he is only thinking about himself. These characteristics may seem incompatible with your personality if you consider yourself to be an alpha male or a decent guy. They don't hesitate to convey their feelings. Sigmas experience intense emotions, particularly rage. They accept those feelings and act on them for their own benefit rather than trying to suppress or hide them. They like celebrating other people's achievements and are assured of their place in the world. A Sigma male doesn't care that not everyone will like them for being open and honest about who they are and what they desire. In any case, he is only thinking about himself. These characteristics may seem incompatible with your personality if you consider yourself to be an alpha male or a decent guy. But when you look at how successful people live their lives, it's clear that there is more than one way to be an effective leader. Don't feel like you need to change yourself if you aren't naturally alpha. Just fake it until you make it. They are free-spirited thinkers. Sigmas don't go with the crowd. They are autonomous thinkers who put their own interests first at all times. They won't do something if they don't think it's a good idea. This indicates that Sigmas are not susceptible to trends or fads, as sheep would not follow one another off a precipice. In fact, Sigma males frequently defy conventional wisdom in order to demonstrate their independence. You can see what would happen if everyone else held that opinion while you knew you were correct. You succeed each time. They are unpredictable and thrilling because of this quality. Women love a man who stands on his own 2 feet, makes his own decisions, and follows his own path regardless of what others think. You may not be very predictable at times, which isn't necessarily bad, but when you decide to settle down with someone, she will never have any doubts about where she stands with you. They are outgoing and forceful. A Sigma male is assertive in social situations and at ease in conflict. They aren't embarrassed to talk to a stunning woman or request a promotion from their boss. Additionally, if it's required to achieve their goals, they have no problem pushing others aside. Sigmas are assured and self-confident. They are aware of who they are, where they are headed, and what they want from life. Because they are conscious of both their strengths and faults, they can live without regret, thanks to their self-confidence. They also have realistic expectations about life. That means no delusions about making millions overnight or becoming famous celebrities. They make long-range plans. Male Sigmas set long-term goals, in contrast to betas and gammas. These men are not interested in wasting time being average since they know what they want. These guys seize any chance that comes their way rather than waiting for it to present itself to them. They realize that rather than just sitting back and waiting for things to happen, it's critical to pursue all they want. Social expectations are not important to them. Many people are worried about fitting in and fulfilling expectations. Sigma males, on the other hand, aren't concerned with following the crowd or doing what society wants them to do. They schedule time for exercise. Despite having a busy schedule already, Sigma males find time to exercise. They prioritize physical fitness above all else, which results in longer, happier lives. These men are aware that there are no quick fixes in life, whether it be for their bodies or for their businesses. So they avoid adopting sedentary lifestyles and schedule regular exercise, at least 3 times every week. Start by making a commitment to regular exercise and scheduling your gym visits as frequently as you arrange meetings with clients or coworkers if you want to be like them. If you're committed to becoming in shape, you'll make it happen, even if it means rising an hour earlier each day so you can exercise before work. They choose reason over feeling. Sigmas have a balanced brain, using both sides equally. They are aware that emotional reactions are common in people and know how to control their emotions so they don't behave like rabid animals. The 2 main characteristics of a typical beta guy are hiding from conflict or avoiding negative feelings. Meanwhile, Sigmas have a good sense of self-esteem and confidence and are honest about everything in their lives. As a result, they may be open and honest with others, earning the respect of their peers. Sigmas are so honest that they do not judge or blame others for their actions. Instead, they listen. People perceive Sigmas as straightforward and non-judgmental due to their direct demeanor. Sigmas use their lack of judgment to strengthen their leadership abilities rather than seeing it as a sign of weakness. You need to keep an open mind toward the people you're leading if you want to lead them properly. How can you expect your team to succeed if you judge its members? Focus on improving your listening skills if you want to be a great leader. Any leadership position requires a lot of listening because when you do, your team members will feel heard and understood. As a result, trust between you and your team members will grow. Productivity soars when there is trust among team members. They don't mince words and always go right to the point with their straightforward and harsh communication style. A Sigma man will respond directly to your questions. Read, don't be a BS. The media has referred to Sigma males as assholes because of their bluntness. A Sigma male will be blunt while letting someone know that they are wasting his time or trying to scam him. For those who are accustomed to receiving favors from others, it can be unsettling, but for those who are sick of dealing with conceited individuals, it is a welcome change. They live on their own terms. There are many people out there who try to conform to what society expects from them. Not so with Sigma males. If society wants something different from what they want, then too bad, they won't do it just because everyone else does it. They use the chance to learn from their errors when they make them. Sigmas don't mind making errors since they see them as an essential component of learning. When they do make mistakes, they learn from them rather than punishing themselves. Sigmas don't allow their ego to get in the way and instead utilize failure as fuel for success, which is one reason why they are so unstoppable. Additionally, it makes their success taste even better when they do. A person who will fight through hell and high water to achieve his goals is one who possesses both tenacity and resilience. You can try to stand in his way, but chances are he won't stop until he gets what he wants, and even then he'll find another way around if there isn't one available right away. Lone wolf. Sigma males have special characteristics that set them apart from other males. You may be surprised by some of their attributes or even recognize them in yourself or someone you know. Lonely wolf. The characteristics of the lone wolf were mentioned earlier. This deserves a further explanation, to avoid any misunderstanding of what appears to be a positive, rather than negative, attribute of the Sigma man. The lone wolf personality is the opposite of the pack racing personality. He is compared to a rebellious wolf who separates from the pack to survive on his own. That doesn't mean he's as antisocial as people portray him. The guy can thrive and be happy alone and single. Quarantine during a pandemic did not push him into depression. Loneliness is his trademark and he feels comfortable and contented that way. Frequent social disconnection gives him time to strategize for greater success. Think Elon Musk, the billionaire and CEO of SpaceX and Tesla. Calm. Are you dating someone calm and quiet? He can be a Sigma male, someone who prefers to retreat into quiet surroundings. He values her and he must recover and rebalance physically and mentally. Also known as the strong and silent type, he spends a lot of quiet time thinking and analyzing before making life decisions. It's not uncommon for this particular attribute on its own to be misinterpreted as boring. Although he may have a man's cave where he hides, he can enjoy peace anywhere because he can find solace from within. Rebellion. Calm but rebellious? How is it possible? Perhaps that doesn't surprise you. Earlier, you read that he doesn't believe in the social hierarchy and instead chooses to dance to the beat of his drums. That's a good way to say he's rebellious. Although the term rebel has a negative stigma if he avoids the rules and beliefs imposed by society and is still successful, such as an entrepreneur or an innovator, then fine. The end justifies the means. To be a successful innovator, he must be able to think outside the box. He must be willing to experiment with ideas that others wouldn't dare. Going against the grain is a way to exercise his freedom and send a clear message that he doesn't care about being fit. Mystery. The special thing about the lone wolf makes him very attractive to women. We just can't put our finger on it. Oh. It was an atmosphere of mystery and charisma that surrounded him. He's not hard to read, he's just not transparent, and it's this aspect of his enigmatic personality that adds to his appeal. You would think his mysterious personality would repel women. Instead, the behavior captures their interest. If you're trying to identify this guy as a guy, you might have to work a little harder to unravel all the layers of it. Independence. This flockless alpha male not only flies alone but also independently. Relying on others takes too much time, energy, and stress, hoping that they will get it right. Doing things for himself helps him avoid stressors, and he's confident in his ability to do it. People misunderstand him as someone who feels he's sleeping together and doesn't need anyone else. Sigma men appreciate the help of family, friends, and romantic partners, but relying on them for physical or emotional needs is not an idea for them. Self-sufficient. In addition to independence, the so-called introverted, self-sufficient male alpha. His sense of independence prevents him from relying on others, which can backfire. But he goes even further to provide everything he wants and needs for himself. He's certainly not a clean guy as described in the US Billboard Hot 100 song, No Scrubs, by TLC. This guy acts crazy but still lives with his mother and is financially dependent on women. The Sigma model has a vision and life goals and equips herself with the tools to achieve them. He doesn't need followers or supporters to cheer him up. The resulting survival skills were something he mainly relied on, not humans.